In this video, we want to remotely install Active Directory service through Windows Admin Center. So without wasting time, let's go to the topic. This is very helpful, especially when we are using a core edition of Windows 2022 because we have no graphical interface, so other methods will be useless. We will implement this entire operation remotely through the Windows Admin Center. And if you don't know how to install Windows Admin Center, please watch this video. You already know that we can promote this server to domain controller through Server Manager by using add role and features, and you can see the full video about that in the link above. But in this video, we want to promote this server to a domain controller using Windows Admin Center, and this is specifically useful when you're using server core installation, which is not equipped with GUI or graphical interface. In other words, there is no desktop in server core by design. We will explore Server Core Edition in another video. As you may know, the Server Core option is a minimal installation option that is available when you are deploying the standard or data center edition of Windows Server. So we should go to run a web browser on one of our clients and put the URL of the Windows Admin Center in the address bar. How did we know this? This is the IP address of our server. So our network number is 192.168.250 and the server host IP is 10 in this network. Let's get back to our client. In the Windows Admin Center, click on your server name and then scroll down to find roles and features. Click on Active Directory Domain Services, then click on the Install button. The review page shows you these roles and features will be installed too. Click the Reboot the server automatically if required checkbox. Of course, we know that this process does not need restart, but I prefer to select this checkbox. Then click Next and a notification appears on the top right of the screen. It informs that the installation process has started. We can follow the progress in the notification area. How long it takes depends on the processing power of your server. After installation is complete, we should go to the PowerShell. Each time you start using the PowerShell, you should enter the admin password. So enter the admin password of the server, then type this command. We have three options here. The first one is for setting up a new forest, which is install Active Directory service forest. The second one is for creating a new domain in an existing forest, which is install Active Directory service domain. And the third one is for adding a new domain controller to an existing domain in our forest. Install Active Directory service domain controller. Because we want to add a new domain structure, we should set up a new forest. So type this command, install Active Directory service forest. Of course, followed by the DNS name of the root domain and the netbus name and the order to install the DNS service for us. You have to give the administrator password again for the setup process to begin. The target server will be configured as a domain controller and restarted when this operation is complete. A few minutes later, a message shows that the operation is completed successfully. Let's go to check the domain controller. As you see, the domain name is shown and you can just log into the domain because, as you know, there is no local user database on domain controllers. So there is no local admin exist on this server. It's a domain controller and it's equipped with domain security database. And if you click on the other users button, you see that you have to sign into My Network IQ domain, which is the name of our domain. We chose this name during installation. So let's sign in with an administrator account. And in the Server Manager console, let's wait a few moments. Yes, you see that there are some objects related to this server being a DC. And if we check the administrative tools, we see these snap-ins related to Active Directory service. Let's get back to the client, and on the Windows Admin Center, we have no snap-in or something like that to manage Active Directory on our DC, so we should go to extensions and install Active Directory extension. Be patient for a few moments. And now let's refresh this page. And if we go to local users and groups, we see that this tool cannot be used on a DC. Now let's go to the Active Directory administration page, and the domain security database is here. We can do anything here. Everything that could be done there can be done here. Let's check some containers. For example, in the user container or domain controller OU in my network iq.local domain. And now let's check on the Windows Admin Center page. You can almost do anything. You can disable users or change settings on the user properties, like change in the account tab, or changing the group membership of this user, or whatever you want. Or you can create some objects such as users, groups, or OUs. Let's create some objects. For example, let's create a user account. Let's name it, for example, user1. And the password, let me check something else for you. I want to name this user John, and the surname is, for example, Do. And we didn't create any OU yet, so I think it's better to create an OU. Let's name this IT admins, and for example, this sentence for description. This is the network administrator's OU. And let me check this box, protect from accidental deletion. It will protect our OU from accidentally delete some objects in it. Yes, as you can see, it was made just now. Let's check it on the server. In the Active Directory users and computers, let's refresh the page. And here is the IT admins OU. And let's check the properties of this OU. Before that, let me check this box, advanced features, under the view menu. And in the third tab, here we go, protect from accidentally deletion. Let's get back to the client and let's add a new group. For example, we want to name it IT Night Shift Admins. These are our options for group scope. Let's explore these options in another video. And here we can select the OU that we want to create the group in it. And let's add a new user. For example, the username is j.do, and let's name it John Do. And the password, let's check something about the security in Active Directory. I want to set the password to 123456, and let's change the OU to IT admins. And here we go. Yes, you can see that Active Directory declares that it does not have the ability to create this user due to weak password security. So we should do this again with a better password. This password is not still secure because this is a common password and everyone knows this. It's a test password, but it can pass the security checks for Active Directory default password security. Okay, let's go to the IT admins OU. Here we have JDo user and the IT Night Shift admins group. Let's check some setting on the user account. For example, in the account tab, yes, you can see that this user is disabled because we didn't set a username. Let's do this and clear this checkbox. And now we can use this user for log on to the computers of this domain. And now I suggest you to watch this video which is related to this issue.